Be back this Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m., live in studio, Central. We'll be back tonight, 7 o'clock Central, InfoWars Nightly News at InfoWarsNews.com. We're going right to your calls. Just remember, the Nightly News is listener-supported. You can get 11 memberships for $5.95 a month. One membership, 11 people can simultaneously use it. So share those memberships. If you're not a member, it takes about a minute to sign up. All my films, special reports, other films we've been authorized to post. 18 years of material, 13 years of the site, InfoWarsNews.com, PrisonPlanet.tv. And by the way, the membership is just exploding, and it's really helping us capitalize and run the operation. So get involved in the cutting edge, tip of the spear of the InfoWar. I want to thank all of you that are joining. Those of you that are re-upping, you can sign up for a year, get 3 months free. PrisonPlanet.tv, because if you're watching and listening to this transmission, you are the resistance. Let's go ahead and talk to Barry in Thailand, then Ben in California. You're on the air, Barry.
How's it going?
Good, my friend. What's on your mind?
I just thought I'd chime in from behind the curtain of the military junta martial law curfew.
I should have thought of that. You went under martial law 2 days ago in a military coup, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's very real here right now. So anyways, I'm feeling pretty lonely. Just wanted to hear your voice. And how's it going?
You know, we should hit the NSA database and type in martial law Thailand and just show folks the articles, or they'll say later on YouTube we made it up, or they'll probably claim Thailand doesn't exist.
It's all over international media right now.
Doesn't exist. And, Obama said.
You're right. It's racist.
Exactly. You don't have to be intellectual or be smart. Just say the word racist. Thailand tourist advice remains unchanged despite military coup, as country reassures travelers Bangkok is safe. So tell me why you're there and what you're seeing and what's happening.
Well, there's military everywhere, and I'm under lockdown right now. I can't be out on the street from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Otherwise, I risk arrest and detention, and God knows what. I mean, it's not like they're going to haul me off to a detention.
Anyone caught out after dark will be permanently detained. A lot of U.S. cities are like that. What's wrong with that?
But they did kidnap the former prime minister's sister, and she was actually the most recent prime minister.
Well, you know what Romans 13 says out of context? Whatever the government is, whether it's Hitler, Stalin, or a coup, it's of God. So if they eat her on the lawn, it's of the Lord, according to mainline churches. So why don't you hit your knees and thank the coup?
I think they should do that just to prove that it is godly and of the Lord, and that everybody should bow to this. So,
Well, George Washington was a bad man for fighting the King of England. Of course, then he became the government, so then we worship him at that point. Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I've been here since August, and there has been a lot of violence, but ultimately I'll just, give you the bottom line. I really do believe the CIA is behind this, because I've listened to the rhetoric from both sides, and the anti-government people. It started off as this pro-democracy thing, then it changed into this anti-capitalism thing, and as soon as that happened, I started listening, for the socialist overtones. And when I started hearing more about that coming out of the other, the opposition, that's when I kind of had a feeling that, the CIA was probably behind it. And
well, let me ask you, so you think the CIA is trying to put in a socialist regime?
Yeah, I do. I really do. And they may get it, too, because when the military coup happened, I mean, the military is talking about how fair and balanced they need to be to both sides. But when they ousted the sitting government, they handed a pretty strong victory to the anti-government people, which would be, in my opinion, the socialist crowd.
Yeah, and they call it socialism, and they just give the money to the ruling class, a new ruling class. I'll have to look into that more. I know some about the internal politics of that, more about Malaysia and places. But just one time I ran into a lady from Thailand, and she goes, I hear you say Thailand not free. We are free. We have king. We have queen. So maybe we should hear from some Taiwanese, and they can give us their take on their form of government. But Barry, appreciate your call. Be safe over there, buddy. See you later, buckaroo. Let's talk to Ben in California. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex. Thanks for having me on. I'm a left-leaning libertarian here. I just wanted to talk about quantum computing. You can go on Google, type in diamond quantum. You can see that it's been going on for 7 years. Google's had the quantum computers for many years.
Well, I intellectually don't know what you're talking about, so I'm just going to call you racist. Is that okay?
That's all right, but, you know, I just...
But, I mean, I just want to sound like I'm in charge of the conversation. Okay, whatever, show off, racist.
Diamond quantum is something that Google has. They have the D-Wave computers. And, you know, the old guard is going to be shaken up just like the classical computers shook up a lot of things with the media. So, you know, there's things going on with advanced technology that is just not being talked about as much. So
well, I think technology in the general public's hands is bigoted and racist, just like they're starting to ban honor student balls. That's uninclusive, so I want those banned as well. See, I'm not even joking at this point. You don't ever have tacos or enchiladas for dinner, do you?
I do. I love all
okay, well, that's racist. Do you agree, then, as a left-leaning person, that they should, like, fraternities having fiesta parties? Because I'll assure you, I've been to them. It's not about putting down Hispanics. Doesn't matter, though. Someone is offended.
No, I agree that there's definitely a whole racial... They try to, you know, make the conversation about race to distract from the actual important issues.
But shouldn't we just... There's a singularity coming. The globalists say it's the end of humanity. Robots taking everything over. Let's not discuss that and how we're being displaced and the decision's been made to exterminate humanity, except for the elite. Let's talk about fiesta parties where everybody gets drunk and has a good time. The Spanish word for party is inherently evil. Just admit it.
No, I agree with 80% of the stuff you say. I do think...
Sometimes I take an afternoon nap, though, because I like the idea of a siesta on the weekend. Is that racist?
You work hard, you deserve to create your own reality.
But is it racist that I'll say to my family, I'm going to go take a siesta? Am I doing that to put down Hispanics when I say it?
No.
Well, that's because you're obviously part of the racism and don't understand the underlying tones of you might be white, which is an overall privileged racist class. Sir, do you have a girlfriend or a wife?
I have a wife.
Do you want to apologize for raping her? Because all sex, when a man has sex with a woman, it's rape. Now, don't you think that's reasonable? That's being taught at all colleges right now? All establishment?
No. You know, it's hard to... there's shades of everything. You know, you can't...
So you do agree you are a rapist. Good. That's good. Good.
Well, I'm just saying there's shades of all arguments for left to right, and then there's everything in between.
What if a woman wants you to slap her around and act like you're raping her? Is that rape?
You know, that's just a personal, private matter between two adults.
It's rape. It's rape. It's rape, racist.
No. Alex, I do agree with you.
No. You sound like Emperor Palpatine.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just want to talk about the diamond quantum computers with the wireless technology that the media has used because they got free licenses to use the spectrum. And so the debate is about let's free up spectrum and use these quantum computers for the betterment of humanity.
Okay, well, listen, you sound like you know about quantum computers. I know a little bit about them. Guys, print me something on them so I can act like I know them. No, but I know about the whole supercomputer, quantum computer revolution where the engineers can't even understand how the computers are designing the computers now. And then we're talking about stuff 100 times faster every month till it's 1,000 times, 10,000 times. Quantum computers have been built inside diamonds, you name it, to where we can have instantaneous HD communication anywhere on the planet. They're putting in the fiber optic. We can also have total real-time surveillance of all the smart dust and RFID systems to give them real searchability of the real universe, nanotech. The singularity is going to be here much quicker than they're telling the public. And again, it's being designed towards an anti-human movement. It could be designed as a human empowerment movement. Give us your take on quantum computers. I'll shut up.
Well, my take is that they're real, they exist, and
they keep saying they're about to get quantum computers, but they really already have them. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's something that bothers me too. Is that they have them, and they can probably use quantum cryptography to break all of the classical encryption.
Of course, they've got backdoors to all of it, bud. That's admitted. They've got energized chips. They can power up from a distance with cell towers. We told you that 15 years ago. It was declassified this year. Of course.
And yeah, you know, I agree with that. they probably have them. They're breaking encryption, and who knows if the classical internet can even sustain quantum computers existing. Berkeley Laboratory said they had a quantum internet already.
Well, it doesn't matter if they deploy the quantum, because as long as we use what we're using, that's our culture. They'll just tell us, oh, this is dead now, go to this, to shut down the entire architecture of the organic internet that's grown, with Hydra in it as well. I mean, it's certainly got the globalists in it. We need to say no when that happens. We don't want your new Trojan horse.
Yeah, you know, there's gonna be both sides to it. There's factions everywhere, and everybody's vying for some type of power. And you know,
sure, but I mean, you say you believe they already exist. I knew from memory they already had operating proto and what they believe are the first quantum computers 2 years.